everybody. It's me, Shelby. I play guitar in Reason to Find. I'm very nervous to be making this video right now. I want to start off by giving this video a trigger warning. I am going to be talking about sexual harassment and sexual assault. I've been trying to figure out what would be the best way to make this video. What conclusion I came to was that I wanted you guys to see me. I wanted to not be wearing makeup. I wanted to be in a place where I'm very comfortable, because talking about these kind of topics is very hard for me personally. But I feel like I would be doing myself a disservice if I did not use this beautiful platform that I've been given to try and make a difference in this world, because the climate that we live in today is so toxic. I'm going to talk with my hands throughout this whole video. So we started writing the album probably about a year ago, and I knew that I wanted to talk about my experience as a sexual harassment survivor. Said it out loud there. I wanted to start by reading a letter to Dr. Blasey Ford off of the Me Too movement. Dear Dr. Blasey Ford, the morning of your testimony we gathered. Many of us gathered with coworkers, family, neighbors, and strangers. Others gathered only our rage, pain, memories, and we sat down to watch alone. As we waited for you to arrive, we were quiet. We remembered Professor Anita Hill. We remembered how she was treated in that committee room by some of the same people you were facing. We remembered our trauma and the trauma of our loved ones. We remember the times we had not been believed. We remembered the times we had been believed and disparaged away. We remembered how long ago we'd put our pain in a box and tucked it away so we would be able to survive in a world that didn't care. We were quiet because you had been called to open the box. We were afraid for you, but we remembered. I think what she did took a lot of courage, and I hope that I can channel her courage through what I'm about to tell you. When I was in high school, I kind of got in with the wrong crowd and ended up becoming a victim to sexual harassment and sexual assault. I don't really want to go into the details of it because I don't feel like the world necessarily needs to know them. I am here to say that if you have experienced these things, you are not alone. The Me Too movement was a huge inspiration for me for writing Pointing Fingers. This is the artwork that I did for Pointing Fingers. It says "Say his name" on it. Something that always made me angry about the situation that I was put in is that I had all these friends and teachers and peers that knew the people that were hurting me, and they thought that they were great. Obviously, they weren't great. Coping with that was very hard for me because I felt like I couldn't get away from them. I'm not here to call anybody out or say any names. I'm not going to say any names. I feel like I'm still healing from it every single day of my life, and I think that writing Pointing Fingers did help me to further cope with what happened to me, and putting all of that angst and anger into a song. I would sit when we were writing the album and I would just cry, because sometimes there's just no other way to cope with it. You just cry a lot, and you can ask yourself why a million times, but I don't know if you'll ever come to an answer that makes sense. At least I haven't. But I think that through writing Pointing Fingers and through getting those lyrics down and through getting all of that just like, that was inside of me out into a song, really, really helped me. And I think that it's important for people who have experienced sexual assault and have experienced sexual harassment to put their energy into something that is productive and is going to fulfill their soul. Like, music is one thing that fulfills my soul, and I am done spending time questioning why these things happen. It's time for me personally to cope with it and move on from it. I think that women in today's society have been pushed down so much, and even Dr. Blasey Ford, she took a huge stand saying things that she did and coming forward with. I'm making this video not to try and get any sympathy, not to try and get more listens for my song, and it's nothing like that. What I'm doing is I'm sitting here and I feel like I'm having a conversation with friends about a topic that I'm very passionate about. I hope that through this song I can reach someone, even if you haven't gone through some of the things that I have. I hope that I can reach you in a way where the song speaks to you and makes a difference in your life. That is the main goal for our music, is to just help people. And writing this song helped me a lot. I believe that the gilded cage that I had put all of my emotions in, that the Me Too letter talked about, was able to be brought forth in Pointing Fingers, and it was able to help resolve a very hard time in my life. If you are dealing with sexual harassment or sexual assault, seek help. We're going to provide the link to the Me Too movement, which I think is a very, very powerful movement. It's what inspired the song. I hope that Pointing Fingers can not only make a statement about sexual harassment, but I can also help somebody feel not alone. I told myself I wasn't going to cry during this video, but I think I'm going to. I am going to finish this video by reading Lady Gaga's speech, and I feel like it's very empowering. So I'm going to read the whole thing. If you want to click away from this video, thank you for watching and have a good day, but here I go. I spent a lot of time thinking about what I wanted to say tonight. How does one rise to such an occasion when maybe you don't feel that inside? How does one accept where life has brought them and what it all means? As I tried on dress after dress today, getting ready for this event, one tight corset after another, one heel after another, a diamond, a feather, thousands of beaded fabrics, and the most beautiful silks in the world, to be honest, I felt sick to my stomach. I asked myself, what does it really mean to be a woman in Hollywood? We are not just objects to entertain the world. We are not simply images to bring smiles or grimaces to people's faces. We are not members of a giant beauty pageant to be pit against one another for the pleasure of the public. We women in Hollywood, we have voices. We have deep thoughts and ideas and beliefs and values about the world. And we have the power to speak and be heard and fight back when we are silenced. So after trying on 10 or so dresses with a sad feeling in my heart, I saw an oversized Marc Jacobs suit sitting very quietly in the corner. I put it on. To a resounding view of eyes glared at me in confusion. But the Rodarte was so beautiful, one said. But the Raf Simons or for Calvin Klein was so stunning on you, said another. But what about the Brandon Maxwell? What about the Dior? Lots of questions. They were all dresses. This was an oversized men's suit made for a woman, not a gown, and I began to cry. In this suit, I feel like me today. In this suit, I feel the truth of who I am well up in my gut, and what I wanted to say tonight became very clear to me. As a sexual assault survivor by someone in the entertainment industry, as a woman who is still not brave enough to say his name, as a woman who lives with chronic pain, as a woman who was conditioned at a very young age to listen to what men told me to do, I decided today I wanted to take the power back. Today I wear the pants. I think that last line is a fantastic summary of Pointing Fingers. I decided today I wanted to take the power back.